Son of a glitch.
Luigi's Mansion. Luigi embarks on a ghostly adventure where he's the star of the show, and it's scary how much fun it is. And not only that, it's actually a very solid game glitch-wise. Well, more solid than these guys. But of course, there are a few interesting and entertaining glitches, but they're not for the squeamish. So grab your Poltergust 3000 and let's kick things off by heading to this balcony and pushing this toad around. No, seriously, if you run up against this toad here, you can push him along the ground, although not very far. I'm trying to sound excited about this, but it's the most tame glitch in the game. Gotta start somewhere, right? I guess it's mildly amusing? Anyway, this doesn't really affect much except Toad's self-esteem. Toad is such a pushover. Next up is a strange glitch that can occur with gravity switches. To show you what I mean, we're here in the tea room standing on the ceiling, and the glitch works like so. When you shine a light on a ghost while stepping on the gravity switch, the game gets confused about which way up Luigi is, and in this case, places him on the balcony where you fight Boolossus. Unfortunately, you just came from the tea room where you'd get the ice element to beat this particular boss, so you're essentially stuck here. Theoretically, it might be possible to perform this glitch using the boo that would appear in the tea room after you grab the ice element, but good luck with that, as this glitch is pretty tough to get in the first place, let alone with the random movements of a boo. The glitch happens within a 2-frame window, meaning you have to be precise. Nevertheless, it's an interesting glitch, but tough to pull off. It'll turn your world upside down. Or is that the right way up? I'm so confused. Here's a silly glitch that can occur in the twins' room, or rather just outside it when you play hide and seek with them. They ask Luigi to wait outside, and when you're in the hallway, they'll call you back in. Here, press the A button and Luigi will open an invisible door. It's so spooky and magical. Either that, or he's practicing his new mime act, which he plans to take on the road during the 12-year wait for a sequel. Nintendo! Moving on, in the artist studio with Van Gogh, a cool glitch can occur once you've cleared the place of ghosts and then taken care of Van Gogh himself. Once he's been sucked up, you'll be given the Spade key, but instead of picking it up, leave the room entirely and then head for the balcony. Once outside, come back inside through the door and you'll hear the sound of a key dropping. Go back through the door to the balcony once again and you'll hear another key drop. Repeat these steps until you get bored of going through doors and then head back to the artist studio. You'll now see that a key spawned each time you went through the door, creating this gold spectacle of a thing. It's beautiful. As expected, once you touch the keys, Luigi grabs one and then the map opens to show you where it's meant to be used. But Luigi isn't very efficient and grabs the remaining keys one by one, so you have to watch him celebrate each and every time. He's kinda like a child with a short memory on Christmas. Another glitch can be performed in this same room of the mansion, or anywhere really, it's just we're here already, so it's convenient. To do this, you need to catch 49 boos all over the mansion, and in the artist studio, we'll be catching the final one, which awards us a huge gold diamond. The trick is to suck up the final boo and then end up against a wall, and hopefully the diamond will appear right next to Luigi. He'll then pick up the diamond and take the call from Professor Egad at the same time. Really, Luigi's just showing off how much bank he's making off this game. Cash money. Oh baby. How about an icy glitch down in the basement with Sir Weston? This one requires some pretty decent timing, but if you melt the ice and then wait for a second, just as the ice is about to reappear, start to suck up Sir Weston. The huge ice block will still be in the corner, but if you stop vacuuming, the ice block will reappear where Sir Weston disappears. You can stand inside it now as it's not solid, which is strange for a huge block of ice. Luigi really is one cool dude, until the ice block disappears and everything's normal again. Alright, let's check out the most game-breaking glitch in Luigi's Mansion, known as the chest glitch, which is the first in a line of glitches and tricks used to reach King Boo within the first 15 minutes of the game. Crazy, I know. Firstly, you'll want to reach Chauncey and beat him the same way as you usually would. When Luigi sucks Chauncey up and his celebration ends, hold upright on the control stick until Luigi is behind the chest containing the key. Be careful not to move too far left or right once behind the chest, as Luigi can run back into the room as normal. With Luigi behind the chest, you can now go through the wall by pressing R to use the vacuum and then release R to stop using it. As Luigi puts away the vacuum nozzle, quickly and very briefly press up on the control stick and Luigi should now be on the other side of the wall. Holding up while pressing R results in Luigi falling into the laundry room, and that's not really what we're going for. If you're successfully through the wall, you're now in a space known as floor 1.5, where Luigi is neither on the first or the second floor. You're able to move around here quite freely and even enter doors to rooms on the second floor, whilst being able to see into rooms below on the first floor. However, we're trying to get to King Boo, so once we're through the wall, press start and switch to sidestep mode and then proceed right until Luigi comes to a stop. All we need to do now is press the A button and Luigi will do this, which is basically him trying to awkwardly open a door. Here we need to hold down on the control stick and left on the C stick, and hopefully this will prevent a ghost from spawning on the other side of the door and scaring Luigi. A word of caution, if Luigi gets scared whilst on floor 1.5, he'll drop down to the floor below where he's meant to be. And here's the first tricky part of this sequence, getting a skewed Luigi. We need to have Luigi facing the wall like this while pointing his light down and to the right. You then need to move to the right until one of these purple bats flies towards Luigi. Quickly press down on the C stick and then release it as Luigi takes damage, and hopefully Luigi will have this weird skewed angle. Don't worry if you fail this, as you can go and open this door to the parlor and then return to see the bats are back. However, if you fail this enough times that Luigi's health goes below 30, you won't be able to get a skew. Okay, so we now have a skewed Luigi. Next, we need to avoid the other bat, as taking damage will correct the skew. Get into this corner and then simply hold right on both the control and the C stick, and the skewed angle should help Luigi get through a wall here. Now we'll be in this hallway where some other ghosts can appear, but to avoid this, we'll keep to the left side, pointing our light down the hallway and then halfway along, pointing it towards us. This should hopefully stop any ceiling ghosts from scaring Luigi and spoiling our fun. When we reach this part at the end of the hallway, we're going to drag some bats towards the right side of the screen. We'll use them to get another skew, which is the same in concept but slightly different in execution. Once they're in position here, you're going to release the R button for the vacuum and then quickly tap right on the control stick and then left on the C stick. This can be difficult to time, so here it is again, and then at 50% speed. If this worked, you should have a great skewed angle, and if not, you can head through this door on the right and then re-enter to spawn more bats to try again. After getting the second skewed angle, press start to switch from sidestep to standard mode, and then don't move anything but the C stick. It's important to note that moving while in standard mode will correct the skew. Now we'll point Luigi's light at the screen like so, and then we'll switch back to sidestep mode. Next, we'll be moving into this corner and then pressing up on the C stick till we get a view of the gym on floor 1 like this. Holding up right on the control stick, now press start, and here's the toughest part of the sequence, the clip down to the basement. You need to move the cursor over to standard mode and then hold up right on the control stick just enough so that it doesn't move the cursor over to sidestep. With this held, quickly press A and then X within 1 frame of each other. It's that quick, and you should hopefully fall into the basement below. Here's the clip again at 50% speed. If the clip was successful, you'll now have Luigi inside this wall down in the basement. Now it's just a case of guiding Luigi to Mario's painting whilst inside the wall. I mean, how hard could it be? There's just one problem. Moving too far left here will trigger a cutscene with King Boo, where he tells Luigi he doesn't have enough boos to enter. And moving too far right is a void that if Luigi enters it, softlocks the game. And it's a very fine line between the two. Luckily, we have the Game Boy to guide us, but there's no real setup for this part, you just have to be very careful. And this is the one part of the sequence that you'll fail more than a few times, but if you see Mario, you're on the home stretch. Just make very tiny movements towards Mario and hopefully you'll make it into this room with his painting. Now just speak to King Boo and the final boss will begin as normal, despite the fact that it only took you 10 to 15 minutes to get here. And finally, while we're at the final boss, here's a creepy and kinda cool glitch worth mentioning. In the Japanese version of the game, if you pull out the Game Boy Horror on the same frame you suck up King Boo, the action of Luigi grabbing King Boo's crown will be cancelled and thus freezing everything in place, aside from Luigi that is. You're now able to run around the roof of the house and Luigi can even go through through Bowser, who isn't solid anymore. Now it may look like you're stuck here, but King Boo's crown can still be picked up, it's just invisible. Really, it's just creepy having Bowser's head floating above you, detached from his body. Pretty fitting for this game, I guess. I have to point out that this glitch only seems to work on the Japanese version of the game, as you can pull out the Game Boy Horror while still pulling in a ghost with the vacuum, which is something they changed or fixed in the other versions. Anyway, it's a freaky glitch to round off this freaky episode and some cool glitches in Luigi's Mansion. A huge shout out and thank you to everyone on screen, from amazing glitch finders to some really impressive speedrunners. Be sure to check them out, they have links to their channels, so go say hi. And as always, a huge thanks to the following cool people from Patreon. You really help support the show, so thank you. And if you like this episode, hit that like button, share it with everyone you know and love, but most importantly, please subscribe if you want to see more from the series. Head over to the Facebook page for the show. I post updates and sneak peeks to upcoming episodes and keep you guys in the know about all things Son of a Glitch. Or you can follow me on Twitter and keep updated that way, you know, if you want to.